Hi, good morning, Emma. I'm just going to go over our information. So, of course, this is our third grade classroom. Our lesson title is Multi-Step Addition and Subtraction Word Problems. And our state standard is CCSS Math Content 3.nbt.a2. And we're going to start with a word problem. And I'm going to show you how to model it. So our first problem is Liam picked 73 apples from one tree, 23 apples from another tree. How many apples did he pick in all? So, Emma, what does our word give us here and as a context clue to what we're doing? So, we don't hear take away, we don't hear subtract, we don't see minus, but we do see in all. So that can give us a sign that we are adding the 73 and the 23 because we're adding them together to see how many apples Liam picked all together from both trees combined. So we're going to model this on our base 10 grid here. So we're going to take our 10, plop it there. We're going to take another 10, plop it here. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, and 73. There are 73 apples that Liam picked from the first tree. Well, he picked 23 more from another tree. So let's go ahead and add those in blue. So, let's go ahead and do this. So now we have that. And we're going to take this. Okay, so now the blue is our 23 apples. Well, and we're using a base 10 grid of 100. Well, we see 7 and we see 2. So now that we have our little model here of what that would look like, we can do 73 plus 23. All right, what's 3 and 3? 3 plus 3 is 6. 7 plus 2 is 9. How many apples did Liam pick in total? Well, Liam picked 96 apples in total. Let's do a subtraction problem. Alrighty, so let's say Miss Emery is going to the store to buy cat food for her cat, Charlie. Well, Miss Emery wants to get 10 bags of cat food, and each bag of cat food is $2. Well, Miss Emery only has $50. How much will Miss Emery have left after buying 10 bags of cat food? Well, we know that Miss Emery wants to buy 10 for her pet. Well, now that we know that each bag is $2 and Miss Emery has $50, but she wants to buy 10 bags, we're going to do our problem. So we know that we can draw 10 and put 2 in each. So let's go ahead and do our circles here. All right. So now we have our circles of 2's. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, so now we know that for 10 bags, it's $20. So now that we know that, and we know Miss Emery has $50, now, how should we set the problem up? What number should go in front? Our bigger number, right? So 50 is our biggest number. So we're going to put the amount that Miss Emery has first. And we're buying the 10 bags, and the 10 bags are $20 altogether. So we're going to subtract our 20 because we're giving the cashier money. So now that we know Miss Emery has $50 and for all 10 bags it's $20, we now need to subtract. Well, 0 minus 0 is just 0. And 5 minus 2 is 3. So Miss Emery will have $30 left after buying 10 bags of cat food for Charlie. And so that is how you model that type of problem.